You're not lazy. I know it feels like you are, but you're not. The real reason you can't focus, the reason you can't start the things you care about, the reason you feel tired even after a full night of sleep has a name. It's your dopamine. And once you understand how it actually works, you can take your motivation back. So let's break it down. First, forget what you think dopamine is. Most people call it the pleasure chemical, but that's not really it. Dopamine is the molecule of motivation, of wanting, of craving, of chasing. It's the thing that pushes you to get off the couch and go after something. It is not the reward itself. It's the drive to pursue the reward. And that one distinction changes everything. Here's the problem. Your brain has a baseline level of dopamine, a kind of resting level of motivation. Every time you do something pleasurable, your dopamine spikes above that baseline. But here's the catch. What goes up must come down. After every spike, your dopamine doesn't just settle back to normal. It dips below your baseline and stays low for a while. That dip is the price you pay for the hit. Now think about your day. You wake up, and the very first thing you do is grab your phone. Licht colors, endless scroll, notifications, videos. Spike, spike, spike. A sugary breakfast. Spike. Video games. Spike. One quick, effortless hit after another, all day long, from the second you wake up to the second you fall asleep. Your brain is smart. When it sees this constant flood of dopamine, it does something to protect itself. It turns down the volume. It actually removes receptors so that the same hit gives you less and less over time. It's the exact same mechanism behind any addiction. And slowly, your baseline drops. And when your baseline drops, here's what happens. The things that used to feel good now feel boring. Reading a book, going for a walk, working on your goals, cooking a meal, even talking to the people you love. None of it can compete with the fire hose of stimulation coming out of your phone. So you avoid those things. You reach for the easy hit instead. And then you sit down to relax, scroll for 3 hours, and somehow feel even more drained than before. And that's when you call yourself lazy. But you're not lazy. Your dopamine system is just exhausted and out of balance. You have trained your brain to expect enormous, instant rewards for zero effort. So real life, which gives small rewards for big effort, starts to feel impossibly dull. That's not a character flaw. That's chemistry. This is also why willpower doesn't work. You can force yourself for a day, maybe 2, but you're fighting your own brain, and your brain always wins in the long run. Willpower is not the answer here. Rebalancing your dopamine is. So let me show you exactly how to do it. But first, understand this. The goal is not zero dopamine. You've probably seen the extreme videos. Stare at a wall for a week. Quit everything you enjoy forever. That's a myth, and honestly, it doesn't work. The real goal is simply to let your baseline recover and to start earning your dopamine through effort again. Here's how. Number 1, when the first hour, the most damaging spike of the entire day, is the one you take the second you open your eyes. Your phone. Give yourself the first 30 to 60 minutes phone-free. Let your brain wake up at a calm, natural level instead of slamming it with stimulation before you're even out of bed. This single change sets the tone for your whole day. Number 2, get sunlight early. Within the first hour of waking up, get your eyes on natural light for just a few minutes. Morning sunlight gives you a slow, healthy rise in dopamine that lasts for hours. It's the good kind, the kind that quietly fuels your focus, instead of the kind that spikes hard and then crashes. Number 3, make boredom your friend. When you're waiting in line, walking somewhere, or just sitting with nothing to do, resist the urge to pull out your phone. Just let yourself be bored. It feels uncomfortable at first, almost itchy. But boredom is exactly where your baseline heals and where your focus and creativity slowly come back to life. Number 4, add friction to the cheap stuff. You don't need superhuman discipline. You need to make the bad habits harder to reach. Log out of the apps after every use. Delete them off your home screen. Leave your phone in another room while you work. Every extra step you add is a step you probably won't bother to take. Make the easy hit a little less easy. Number 5, earn your dopamine. This is the big one. Start putting the reward after the effort instead of before it. Do the hard thing first. The workout, the work, the study. And let the good feeling come from finishing it. When you reward effort, your brain slowly relearns a powerful lesson. That good feelings come from doing hard things. And that is exactly how real motivation gets rebuilt. Number 6. Trade cheap hits for deep ones. Swap some of the scrolling for things that raise your dopamine slowly and keep it stable. Exercise, a cold shower, a real conversation, learning a skill, time outside in nature. None of these give you an instant explosion. They give you something far better. A steady, lasting drive that doesn't crash an hour later. Number 7. Do one thing at a time. Multitasking is really just rapid switching, and every little switch is a tiny dopamine hit that quietly shatters your focus. Pick one task. Close the other tabs. Put the phone away. Single tasking feels slow at first, but it's how deep focus and deep satisfaction finally come back. Number 8. Try a dopamine reset. Every now and then, take a few hours or even a full day and step away from the biggest sources. Social media, games, junk food, constant background noise. Not forever, just long enough for your baseline to climb back up. Almost everyone who tries it says the same thing afterward. Simple things feel good again. Food tastes better. A walk feels rich. That's your sensitivity coming home. Now here is the most important thing I can tell you. You are not broken, and you were never lazy. Your brain did exactly what it was built to do. It adapted to its environment. The problem was the environment, not you. And here's the beautiful part. The same brain that adapted to too much can adapt right back. Your baseline can recover. Your motivation can return. It just takes a little time and a little less of the easy stuff. So start small. Tomorrow morning, don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes. Step outside and get some light. Do one hard thing before you let yourself reach for an easy reward. That's it. You don't have to fix your entire life in a day. Because every single time you choose effort over the easy hit, you turn the volume back up. Just a little. And slowly, piece by piece, life starts to feel vivid again. You were never lazy. Your brain was just turned down. And now, you know exactly how to turn it back up. Be patient with yourself. Take it one choice at a time. And I'll see you in the next one.